Black girl request Elon Musk for a job, you won't believe what happens next. The room froze as a young black woman stood up, held out a homemade rocket, and boldly asked Elon Musk, "Can I work for you?" His response: it changed her life forever. Keisha had always been different. While other kids in her Detroit neighborhood played outside, she spent hours in her garage tinkering with gadgets, dreaming of space. She had big aspirations of working for SpaceX, the company she idolized for pushing the boundaries of what humanity thought was possible. But dreams were easier to imagine than achieve. With no degree and only self-taught skills, she faced rejection after rejection. Each polite email from companies like NASA and SpaceX crushed her a little more. Yet, deep down, Keisha believed she had something to offer. Her big break came when she read a news headline, Elon Musk to host Q&A in Detroit. It felt like destiny. This is my chance, Keisha thought. If no one else will listen, maybe Elon Musk will. For days, she prepared. She built a working model of a hybrid rocket using scraps, 3D printed parts, and whatever she could afford. She read every article and technical paper she could find about SpaceX, rehearsing answers to every possible question Musk might ask. The day of the event arrived, and Keisha sat in a packed auditorium. The energy was electric as Elon Musk took the stage, casually greeting the audience with his usual wit and confidence. As the Q&A session began, Keisha felt her nerves building. One by one, people asked Musk predictable questions about Tesla, Mars colonization, and AI. Then, Keisha seized her moment. She stood, holding up her rocket prototype. "Mr. Musk," she called out, her voice shaking but determined. The crowd turned to look at her. Musk paused, intrigued. "Yes, you. What's your question?" Keisha took a deep breath. "I built this rocket inspired by SpaceX designs. I've been rejected by every company I've applied to, but I know I have the skills and determination to make a difference. Can I work for you?" The room went silent. Musk tilted his head, studying her. Then he smirked. "Bold. I like that. But let me ask you something. What's the thrust to weight ratio of your rocket?" The crowd murmured. Musk wasn't letting her off easy. Keisha's heart raced, but she was ready. "It's 1.5, she replied confidently. "I designed it for small payloads and used a hybrid engine for better efficiency at a lower cost." Musk's smirk deepened. "Impressive. Meet me backstage after this. I want to hear more." Backstage, Keisha faced Elon Musk and a team of SpaceX engineers. They grilled her with tough technical questions, testing everything from her knowledge of propulsion systems to her understanding of material science. "How do you handle thermal stress during re-entry?" one engineer asked. Keisha answered without hesitation. "I used an ablative heat shield made of reinforced carbon-carbon material. It's cost-effective and reliable for small payload missions." Musk leaned forward, visibly intrigued. "All right, but how do you plan to scale this for larger payloads?" Keisha smiled. "Modularity. Each component can scale independently, reducing costs while maintaining efficiency. It's not perfect yet, but with the right team, I know it's possible." For a moment, Musk said nothing. Then he stood, extended his hand, and said, "You're hired. Welcome to SpaceX." Keisha's life changed overnight. She went from a self-taught dreamer to an integral part of the SpaceX team. Her story went viral, inspiring countless others who felt they didn't belong in tech or aerospace. But for Keisha, the journey was just beginning. Working at SpaceX meant relentless challenges, long nights, and constant innovation, but it was exactly where she wanted to be. In her first team meeting, Elon Musk looked at her and said, "You remind me why we do this. To prove that the impossible isn't impossible at all." Keisha smiled. She wasn't just building rockets now, she was helping build the future. Message: dream big, stay bold, and never be afraid to ask for what you deserve. The impossible is just waiting for someone brave enough to try.